Hi, KOG here. I'm gonna try something new today. I'm going back to those songs that were very impactful or meaningful or something wonderful that I can share with you guys. Uh, the name of the song is "Wildflower" by Hyo Shin. He's one of the most respected vocalists in Korea. Uh, you guys gonna know why probably about three-fourths in, you know, in the later part of the song. Um, but before we start, I would like to tell you guys something about the background uh, for this song and this singer. Well, he had really terrible time with the companies. I mean, you hear about some, the hellish stories of uh, these idols or singers in K music industry where the singers were almost tortured. But compared to him, they're all nothing. Literally, he went through some terrible stuff. For example, the first company who picked him up was owned by this guy named Sosewon, who used to be a very famous and popular comedian. But he's one of the worst human beings that I personally heard of. I mean, he's one of those really this crazy bad guy. I mean, he's terrible. I'll just give you guys some examples of kind of stuff he has done, which has been proven. He kidnapped 19-year-old girl and raped her. And he's pretty old right now, very old. He raped her, and during that time, virginity was something very sacred in Korea. Like you're supposedly virgin to be married. Uh, it was very traditional during that time. So he basically raped her, kidnapped her, raped her, and forced her to marry him. She didn't know better, so she married the guy. And he repeatedly has been beating his wife physically. There are reports, and I think there are pictures or something, video of him dragging his wife uh, by one of her legs on the ground um, when she couldn't even stand. And her daughter talks about how he used to beat on her. I mean, this is just a sample of kind of things he would have done. He was a fake priest. He's never been. He was just fake. Tried to make money out of that. Uh, I mean, the kind of things he has done. It's just ridiculous. He's just terrible person. And obviously, a guy like that, he didn't pay Hyo Shin. Overworked him. Didn't compensate for anything he did, and he almost had no money. So, well, he obviously wanted to get out of the contract, and well, the company, Sosewan, sued him. But think about it, he has no money. The sad thing about this legal system uh, in Korea and same in United States, if you have a lot of money, you don't really lose. And you know what? It is almost impossible to defend yourself when you got no money. He had no money. They didn't give him any, so he couldn't defend himself. So he was sued for years, and he was going through hell. And he got desperate, and he signed with another label after it was that fiasco was almost over. Now this, the second one, wasn't that much better. They didn't pay him. Uh, they supposedly, faked his signature or got a fake what do you call that, stamp, and made contracts with like almost everybody. So he had to go, do concerts everywhere. And again, he wasn't paid. They didn't even pay enough money. They didn't even pay the rent for his practice room for a singer. Basically, he had no place to go. But that's how bad it was. So he demanded to get some money and, compensations for his work, but they wouldn't give him any. So, well, he tried to get out of that contract again. And again, they sued him. Again, he couldn't defend himself. And the contract was like, I think he had to do 4 or 5 albums for a certain length of time. And, a lot of things were in the contract. So they sued him. He ended up, he lost, obviously, because they had corporate lawyers and he didn't. Well, he hasn't been paid in a longest time. So what happened to him was he had to go to army. He was at an age where the Korean government, all men in Korea have to go to army, right? And so he couldn't even work to pay off his debt or a compensation for the other company. But he had to go. He had to go to the army. So he went. 2 years, I think. And when he came back, I think the third company tried to help him. And I think this is around that time. So he's he he's been just been stepped on. I mean, he was already very famous for his singing and his vocal skills, and he was pretty popular. But didn't matter. He had nothing, and he had, oh yeah, the debt was $3 million, I think. When he went to the army, and it was there when he came back. So the song is about wildflower, obviously, but and I think he sees himself as that wildflower, who's in the middle of like what you see here, in the middle of nowhere, beaten down by the wind, the rain, and scorching earth, all that. But he sings of coming back and still flowering. Anyway, so I know it was kind of long, but I thought it would be important to have some background on this guy and why there's so much emotion in this song. Here we go. Oh, by the way, this whole scenery is that they actually brought all the recording gear to that place. And this is recorded there live. So keep that in mind. It's just the piano and him. That's all it is. But it's so powerful.
지나간 날들에 눈물이 흘러 차가운 바람에 숨어있다 한 줄기 햇살에 몸 녹이다 그렇게 너는 또 한 번 내게 온다 좋았던 기억만 그리운 마음만 네가 떠나간 그 길 위에 이렇게 남아서 있다 잊혀질 만큼만 괜찮을 만큼만 눈물 머금고 기다린 떨림 끝에 다시 나를 비우리라 사랑은 피고 또 지는 다 버리는 불꽃 빗물에 젖을까 두 눈을 감는다 어리고 작았던 나의 맘에 눈부시게 빛나던 추억 속에 그렇게 너를 또 한 번 불러본다 좋았던 기억만 그리운 마음만 네가 떠나간 그 길 위에 이렇게 남아서 있다 잊혀질 만큼만 괜찮을 만큼만 눈물 머금고 기다린 떨림 끝에 다시 나는 넌 메말라가는 땅 위에 온몸이 다 들어가고 내 손끝에 남은 너의 향기 흩어져 날아가 멀어져가는 너의 손을 붙잡지 못해 아프다 살아간 만큼만 미워했던 만큼만 먼 날 너를 데려다 줄게 봄이 오면 그날에 나 피우리라
Hmm. Um. The climax is his vocal control. I mean, I don't even know how many octaves he went up. Um. His breath control. It's it's just ridiculous. But what's the most touching is it's such a subdued emotion. subdued but so powerful. It is one of the very few songs that when I first, I didn't even know who he was, but when I heard this song, I shed tears. It's very few songs. Just just listen to the song, no backstory, nothing, and I shed tears. Something about this song that was special. And hmm. Oh, by the way, they filmed this with this the drone that you saw in the beginning. That the drone went around, and that's why the focus and everything is not perfect. But basically, two guys went into the middle of nowhere, and one played piano, the other guy sang. But it's such powerful song and such a powerful video. Um, this song has so much meaning to him. That all the hardship. This song basically, like the song says, this is a song that made him, and probably uh, restart his career. And it's just like the song, man. It's like wildflower. When the spring comes, he'll bloom again. He he bloomed again. And good news, he's doing great. He has his own entertainment company, and he's financially really well off. I heard he's doing fine. But still, like when he sings this song live, he often like breaks down and cry. He just say this song just has that kind of meaning for him, and and for many, it's just obvious. And if I could, I would like to show you just the latter part, climax part of him singing this song live. Check this out.
이렇게 남아 서 있다 잊혀진 완일만 괜찮은
Man, I haven't seen these in a long time, and yeah, I almost, shed tears again. It just, I guess, the pain and sadness. Sometimes it's it's a driving force in certain art, and oh man, he had a whole lot of pain, uh, but yeah, like the wildflower, he survived and he bloomed and he's great. So it's a happy ending. But I don't know. I just wanted to share this song and this story with you guys because it's such a powerful. It just artistry and the meaning and the emotion, like it's all there. You just don't see this very often. I hope you guys enjoy this. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.